Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam. Did you know that New York Police Department is cracking down on unlicensed mopeds that undocumented immigrants are using in the city? In fact, NYPD impounded 80 unlicensed mopeds used by migrants. The police impounded 80 unlicensed mopeds from outside the Roosevelt Hotel and Watson Hotel shelters. My friends, erosion of laws and rules can be very rapid. Having laws and rules ensure order in society. But when people start disregarding the rule of law, then the result is chaos. It is chaos that people are now experiencing in New York City, and it's all happening because of the border crisis. The border crisis doesn't stay at the border. The crisis spreads all across the country. In the city of New York, some of the most severe effects of the border crisis can be observed. The foreign nationals who crossed into the United States through the southern border, they entered our country without any visa. And now the undocumented immigrants are using mopeds that are unregistered, no license plates. We see people disregarding the nation's immigration laws at the southern border. Foreign nationals, when they enter the United States illegally, they are disregarding our nation's immigration laws. They are violating our nation's immigration laws. And the same disregard for the rule of law can be found in New York. Because, as I told you, the migrants are using mopeds illegally. So the migrants, the foreign nationals, they pour into our country, they cross the southern border without any visa. And once the migrants go to New York, many of them use mopeds illegally. They are disregarding our nation's immigration laws. They are disregarding the traffic laws in New York. Many New York residents have complained that the migrants use mopeds on the streets of New York. Reportedly, many migrants do not follow traffic rules. And this is not the first time that police has impounded illegal mopeds. Just a few months ago, NYPD seized a number of mopeds. My friends, law-abiding Americans have to comply with many laws and rules in society every day. And there are strict penalties for violations. I have previously written about having to pay more than $150 a year to renew my license plate for my vehicle. If the license plate is not renewed on time, there is a late fee. My friends, every time I go to Chicago, I have to pay toll for using the interstate highway. When I park on the streets of Chicago, I have to pay for parking. In order to drive a vehicle, I have to have a valid driver's license. I also have to have insurance coverage for my vehicle. In the case of a traffic ticket, my insurance rates may go up. In fact, insurance rates have been going up even for people with no traffic violations or accidents. Insurance rates have been going up across the country. So law-abiding Americans are having to pay more out of their pockets for a lot of things in this economy. But undocumented immigrants are using unlicensed mopeds. And an unlicensed moped cannot be insured. So the migrants are using mopeds without insurance coverage on the streets of New York. And this is the direct result of the border crisis. This is the result of the Biden administration's open border policy. This is the result of New York's sanctuary city status. New York is still a sanctuary city. And I keep saying, I've said this so many times previously, that Mayor Eric Adams should publicly declare that New York will no longer be a sanctuary city. But that's not happening. New York continues to be a sanctuary city. Migrants, mopeds, and chaos in New York City. My friends, New York Police Department, as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, NYPD impounded 80 unlicensed migrant mopeds, and they did so from outside the Roosevelt Hotel and the Watson Hotel shelters. Migrants stay at luxury hotels while homeless Americans are completely disregarded by the left-wing politicians of New York. The crisis goes on and on. My friends, what we are looking at is the erosion of the rule of law in this country. This is very harmful for our society. We are a nation of laws, and we must have law and order in America. And that's why, my friends, I keep saying this, and I will say it again. We must secure the southern border, and we must stop the influx of illegal immigrants. My friends, share with me your thoughts and comments. Go to tausifanam.net. That's my website. Once again, the address is tausifanam.net. Once you are on my website, you can send me a message. You can check out my blog. You can check out my list of published opinions. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you once again for continuing to listen to my podcast, and I hope to be back again soon with a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam.